Hi everyone, thank you for being here. It is Monday, the 24th of August, if you can believe it. For some reason, today is a special day for someone on this day. I don't know why exactly, but I just need to say that. August 24th is, for some reason, it's a key day. I don't know if it's someone's birthday, whatever, probably, well, someone's birthday somewhere in the world, but for some reason, today seems like a very interesting day. I don't know why, but over the weekend, I wasn't guided to give a message like I normally do on Saturdays. For some reason, um, I felt like I needed to wait, and I feel like Spirit needed me to kind of do what I needed to do over the weekend and to sort of allow time for this message to come in for this morning. And so before I begin, I want to say something. Over the weekend, I received this beautiful statue of Archangel Michael by special delivery. I think it was U.S. Postal Service or something. But I received this, and when I opened it, I looked at it, and I just felt a chill. I felt a peace come over me. And it was interesting because a little tag sticking out here. I didn't even take the tag off yet. I don't know who sent it, and whoever it was, I'm thankful and I appreciate it. And the message said, just want to make sure you have Saint Michael looking over you from, and then it said from your student. So I don't know who that is, but if you want to come out of the shadow and say, hey, it was me, feel free to do that on the comments, or you can email me at blossomingsouls1111@gmail.com. That would be amazing. And I want to say thank you, because Archangel Michael is a huge part of me. He's a huge part of all of us. I use Archangel Michael, comes in spirit, and he delivers messages that we need to hear. And he's like our big brother, our guardian, here to guide us and to help us to through everything. Okay, so he's here, and thank you so much, whoever sent that. It is appreciated. I'm very connected to, as you know, angels and our spirit guides, and Archangel Michael in particular, because he just always seems to be right there for all of us. So I'm going to put this back over here. And by the way, very quickly before I get into the reading, in meditation this morning, I was hearing the words second chance. Okay? Now, for many of you, you may think, oh, second chance with a former lover? No. But listen, let's hear what Spirit has to say, because I don't necessarily think it's romance. I do feel a connection or a reconnection to end the feuding is what I'm hearing. End the feuding. So you can move forward. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. So let's see what Spirit has to say. I do feel as if there is a need for forgiveness. And it may not even be forgiving an action that someone did toward you that wasn't kind, it wasn't nice, or whatever. I think it's forgiveness for yourself, within yourself, for yourself. If you, it's 4 minutes in, so guys, I'm going to start the reading in a second now. You can feel free to fast forward if you want, but I was guided to use the backgrounds, the backdrops. There's 2 paintings here. The one that you see straight forward is a winter scene, okay? And it depicts a barn, sort of in the woods, kind of isolated and in the depths of winter, the freezing cold, kind of buried away from everything else, from the world, from whatever. But Archangel Michael says, look at, you're going to go through a change of seasons here, in perspective, in how you feel about a situation or somebody, okay? Or how you think about these things, how you think of that person, that situation, that work, that career, that event that happened, that situation, whatever happened that caused feuding. And he says, I have my sword and my shield here for you. Let me help you. Let me turn this music down just a bit. It's a bit loud. And so I'm guided to, we have our Archangel Michael cards, yes. Actually, let's start out with that, and then I'm going to go on to something else. But let's see what he has to say. Interesting how this first card popped out as I open the deck here. Okay, the person that you are inquiring about is trustworthy. I feel in this case that there was a huge misunderstanding. That this person, and I can't even go to event, career, whatever. It's a person between you and someone else. And it could be recent, it could be in the past. But Archangel Michael says, listen. This person may have said some things that were rude to you, or have done some things in the past that you can't let go of. It doesn't mean that you're going to fall in love with this person if you forgive. All it means is that you are grown up enough to realize that you can trust yourself to move past the situation and away from the drama. That's what I'm hearing. I'm also feeling that this could be a situation where, because I see this clearly, this change of seasons, because see, this painting below is a tropical painting. It's a painting of a waterfall here, with flowers, on the banks of this water. I don't want to move the camera, because then won't be able to, then it'll take a minute for me to get it back into focus. But anyways, so what I'm seeing here is this change of seasons, that you go from being frozen in time, almost, from being in this situation that you've been in, and it doesn't feel nice. It feels like something's restricting you, your airflow, your energy. It feels like something is restricting you from movement. See how this looks like it's snowed in, like the barn is like kind of buried in the snow there, and there's snow on all the trees, and covering the barn, and the barn is sort of like snowed in. There's snow piled up over the door. So someone has been snowed in and you've kind of put someone on ice, or something on ice. And even in your encounters, or your passing by this person, or whatever it is, your heart is like ice. But inside there is a little fire. So Archangel Michael says, listen, there is a fire there. It doesn't mean that you are romantically involved with this person, or had a romance at one time. You may have. And if you have, there was a reason why the two of you were connected, okay? Just because something ends doesn't mean that you have to hate that person, or bring up past events that should have long been forgiven, meaning that you should have moved past them, okay? So let me just see what else Archangel Michael has to say before we move on to some other cards here. I also believe that your connection with this person, or this event in your life, was unsettled. Some things were unsettled from a past life. And that's why it continues on in this life. Okay? Alright. So we have in our lifetime, in our paths, in our travels, we have a purpose, right? We do have a purpose for being here. a reason that you're on your path. And Archangel Michael says, you know, part of your life purpose is to be happy and to radiate that light of yours. Everyone has a unique light within themselves. And part of your life purpose is to be here, to shine your light. But when you hold grudges or hold something against someone else, or sort of hold their feelings at ransom, you hold something over their head, it dims your light, takes away from your life purpose. And so you become sort of holed up in this barn that's out in the middle of nowhere, right? And you hold that person's feeling, or you hold that person sort of in your own prison in your mind, right? Where it's like you can only remember the bad things. But what Archangel Michael is asking you to do is remember, you have a life purpose, and that is to be love. It is to be the light. And you know what? We all have people that dump on us. And Archangel Michael says, seriously, are you going to let that hold you back? I've had some shitty things in my life, trust me. I'm not going to go into them. I'm not going to bitch and moan about them, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm looking at it like an experience that has helped me to be who I am today, where I am today. I allowed myself to transition from this cold of winter, this coldness in my heart, to this beautiful tropical place here that allows me to breathe and to enjoy and to open my heart to love. Because that is our life purpose. That is the core of our life purpose, guys. So you may have had a falling out, someone with a cousin, a sister, brother. For some reason I'm hearing cousin, I don't know why. But I feel like for some of you, there was a falling out and you can't seem to move past a certain thing. And you know what? While they're going on in their life and they're living their life, you're stuck in that barn, in the coldness, in the dark, in the dead of winter, with those feelings trapped. Time to move on. It's a change of season, guys. I'm going to do one more card. See? Detach from the situation, whatever it was. I feel like it was. For some of you, it might be recent, but I feel like for more of you, it was in the past and has been way too long to hold on to things. You don't have to be best friends with this person. You don't have to be romantically linked to this person. You don't even have to rekindle a friendship. But what this message is about is giving yourself a second chance, right? Not to be convinced that everything was your fault or there was something you were seeing wrong, but a second chance for yourself to forgive yourself, to move forward, to forgive the situation, to let it go, let it be, right? And some of you, I know, may be sort of like, I want justice. I want someone to pay. It's not worth it. Unless it was a heinous crime that the police need to be involved, you need to move on. You need to move on, okay? Because it does take away from it stunts your growth. You know how when I was a kid, I wanted to drink coffee with all the adults. And my mother would say, no, you're a child, it will stunt your growth. Don't drink coffee until you're an adult. Don't smoke because it'll stunt your growth. Don't drink coffee because it'll stunt your growth. Because as a mother, she knew that those things weren't good for me. They're not good for your body. And so take the advice from Archangel Michael that hiding your feelings away and burying them and letting them stay prisoner to bad energy. I feel that for some of you there was a deception that caused you to sort of put your ideas away. What I'm trying to say is, it's sort of like if someone deceived you, or they, they're constantly playing you, maybe some mind games, or I'm going to say it, mind fuckery, right? Maybe somebody did something like that to you, and so you chose to put them in a corner. You chose to put them, in regards to your feelings, your thoughts, your actions, away from you. Never again will I speak to that person. Listen, do you know what that does to you? It causes your spiritual growth, your intellectual growth. It causes your your mental perceptions to be flawed, to be stuck, to be stunted, the growth, right? And so it's time to come out of that ice cave that you've put your heart and your feelings, that part of you. So I think you get what that is. And when you do come out, he says you're guarded and protected. Because will it hurt? It might. It might. Because of the old things that have to come to the surface and be released will be painful. For a second, for a moment, for however long it is. But it has to be that way. It's like ripping a Band-Aid off of a wound. It kind of stings. But it has to come off. Because it's been on there far too long. Right? That's how it goes. So, oh, I'm so sorry. Knocking over the camera here. So Archangel Michael says, you know what? This is your second chance. This is another chance for you, an opportunity, a golden opportunity for you to reach for the stars, is what I'm hearing. To reach for the stars in regards to your success, your growth. Why are you so wrapped up in keeping those feelings alive, right? Like hidden in the recesses of your heart, but they're there. They're kind of in check for you to poke at when you get an opportunity. Or maybe you poke at that person and you give digs to that person, snide comments, whatever, when you see them or whatever. It's time to let go of that. Don't you owe it to yourself? Don't you respect yourself enough to move past? I was talking to someone this past weekend about divorce, about families, people who separate or divorce, and how I vowed to myself, to God, to my children, that I would never trash talk their father ever. And I've held true to that because I think it's vital and I think it's important to work through whatever feelings and whatever happened without trashing someone. It's tricky, especially if it's something they did that was, it was really horrible. But I made that promise, and it doesn't even feel like it's work. It's who I am. I will not do that. And so it's really important to try to keep the harsh energies at bay, to walk away from those unhealthy situations in your mind. Don't let your mouth run away and say something you'll regret, or say something that will affect someone else, especially children. And so, second chances. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it loud and clear. Second chances. A new opportunity beckons, okay? That's what I feel. An opportunity beckons for you to experience whatever it is that Spirit has, that your Divine Creator has for you. The wonders of the universe. The wonders of yourself. The way that you have the ability to manifest things, as we all do. To experience those beautiful opportunities. To be in that place, to be in that space of freedom. Okay? And by the way, I'm using the Sacred Destiny deck by Denise Linn. Okay? It's a beautiful, beautiful deck that I have been guided to use this morning because it's fitting for this message. Thank you, guides, for being here, for guiding us through this message, and for giving to us what we need to hear. There is potential here for a reconciliation, okay? For some of you, you may just walk on quietly and move past those feelings and move forward. For some of you, it may be a reconciliation of a friendship or a family member, a sibling, an ex-partner. And I feel more like this reconciliation is being able to move past those deep, dark feelings that keep poking at you. It's really important to take advantage of these messages and to apply them, because this is not about them, guys. Okay, it's not about that person or that thing that happened to you. It's about you. How will you move past this? What will you do? Will you crumble? Will you cry every day? Will you remind that person all the time what they did to you? Or will you get up off that path? Stop lying down in your path and being your own blockage. Will you get up and will you move forward? Move on. Because life really, in the grand scheme of things, you don't know how long life is here on this plane. You don't know. And so it's important to take every opportunity to explore the potential opportunities you have for growth, for happiness, for success. And if someone drives you crazy, for goodness sakes, move on, away. Separate yourself, but don't hate. I know how easy it is to stay in a situation that doesn't work for you, but you keep staying anyways because you don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to mess things up. You don't want to mess up the rhythm of whatever it was. But don't you see that it's being messed up anyways? I don't know, guys. I'm just going to say what I'm feeling, what's coming in. Expect miracles, okay? Because miracles are on the horizon. Stop being confined by that icy cave, that icy barn. Because there's a whole world out there, right? For you to experience, moving on and past everything that was in the past. And moving to a brighter future for yourself. Because how are you going to experience things if you don't have room in your heart? Okay? Alright, I think for that, interesting how this card was on the bottom of the deck. See the winter scene? Focus. That mountain there, it's not really in your way. See how this, what is it, a leopard? See how this animal is not even looking at the mountain? He's looking in a different direction. He's like, he knows. Why would I go travel that path, that mountain, when I could go in this direction and find an easier path, a better way, right? Interesting how these cards just kind of come up like that. Yeah. So let me just do a shuffle on these cards here. This is the Psychic Tarot cards by John Holland. If any of you are interested, I've had these forever. I love this deck here. It's beautiful. Let's see what our guides have to say about this message. Yep. Take a different approach. Change. direction. Reconsider keeping and punishing that person, keeping them in the dead of winter, so to speak, in the coldness of your heart. Reconsider that path that you're on and know that there is a way out to this beautiful energy here, to freedom. You can breathe. Make room in your heart. Okay? So what Archangel Michael is saying here is to rest and reconsider the thoughts, the bad energy, what you can do next time you see that person, to put a dig in, to insult them, to make them feel guilt, whatever it is. Stop. All it does is keep you stuck. It's not about the other person. You may feel you want to punish them, but it's not about you. I mean, it's not about them. It's about you moving forward. Let them be. Let it go. But Naomi, you don't know how horrible this person was. I don't have to know. We all have our own experiences. We all feel stuck at one point or another. And some of us feel at some point during that situation, we feel like so angry. And you want to punish them, but it's not your job to punish them, guys. It's not our job to hate someone. It's not our job to punish them, to make them pay the price. It's our job to help ourselves and to respect ourselves enough to move forward and allow that person to experience whatever they need to experience, whatever lesson they need to learn throughout all of this. It's not your job. It's not your job to show them, to teach them that. Thank you. See? Your crown chakra, your brain, your mind has been going a million miles an hour with these thoughts about this person, place, or event, something that has happened in your life. You were pushed out of a job. Your livelihood was taken away, whatever it was. Yeah, that causes some bad feelings, some fear, some hatred, some anger, whatever. But you have to know that you're worth more than that. You're worth more than spending even a second on those thoughts of hatred, feeling hatred, or thinking I wasn't good enough. You know, how could they do this to me? It's all in your head. Maybe they did do something to push you out, but maybe it was because the universe wants a better life for you. Maybe it's because there's something better waiting for you. Maybe it's a better job. Maybe it's more respectful people to work with. Maybe it's better friends that are more worthy of your time. Thank you, guys. Interesting message today. Thank you, guys. Let's see here. Yeah, see? Movement is here for you. But move in love, not hatred. Move away. And love for yourself. A lot of people, when they divorce, separate, whatever, break up, it's a big blowout, and maybe they don't talk again for years. Respect yourself enough to allow this movement forward, whatever it is. I'm not saying it's a breakup. I'm saying whatever separation, whatever movement forward, whatever change this is, move forward in grace. Respect for yourself, guys. Okay? I'm not saying bottle up your feelings and don't have conversations with people that hurt you or whatever. But you don't have to change things or move in anything other than grace. Well, they deserve a tongue lashing. Okay, maybe. But what does that do? What does it do for you? I don't know why I feel like this message is so specific, but it is. And so, let me just see something here. This is the Traveler, Sacred Traveler. We have a Sacred Destiny and a Sacred Traveler. So let me just ask our guides one more thing here. What is this message? The overall energy here. What is it? The main point. What do you want to say, guides, to others? What advice do you have for those who this applies to, who this resonates with? What advice, please? It's about you, not them. That's what I'm hearing. It's about you, not them. Doesn't mean it's your fault. It means it's about you. The ability to move forward. The self-respect, the love for yourself, first and foremost. Don't just say words. You know, oh, I can forgive this person, but no. Allow your heart to lead you. Okay? Sometimes these readings are specific, guys. And this one, it's all about self-respect and love for yourself before you can move forward. I'm just going to ask from this deck, Sacred Traveler, if there's anything that they have to say, that the guides have to say on this journey going forward, this new path, transitioning from the dead of winter to a beautiful tropical paradise within yourself, right? Okay, yeah, a breakthrough. A breakthrough is at hand. You're gonna have it. It's coming for you because your life has a purpose. And it's not to be stuck in some old freezing barn behind some walls that are enclosed, that door that has been shut for a long time. Open that door. Let that breakthrough come through. You're breaking trail to a new path, a new opportunity. Okay? The answers are within. It's your choice. Your free will to forgive the situation and move forward, okay? So will you stay stuck, or will you move out of those feelings? Will you stop having fights and arguments with that person? Will you stop bringing up the past? Will you stop poking? I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying that by human nature, we tend to lash out. We tend to want to, you know, make someone pay the price, or keep reminding them what they did, or, you know, there's something to be said for walking away gracefully. And while you may have moments where those things pop up, at least you're addressing them within yourself. Not up to the other person to pay the price. It's not up to the other person to help you feel better. It's up to you. You're in charge of you and no one else. You have your own soul, not someone else's. Okay, I'm just gonna, relax. Enjoy. Watch the clouds. Let things float away. Let those trapped feelings out. Let it go. And just sit back and enjoy. Relax. Breathe in the air. Okay? Because it's really important that you honor yourself in all of this, throughout all of this. And I will never, ever say, don't Don't discount something that happened if it wasn't bad to you, but also don't dwell in it. Okay? Because it only keeps you stuck. I'm telling you. I want to just do a card from the Sacred Spirit reading card deck, okay? I love this deck. I just got this recently. Whoops. Let's see. Yep. Out of the box. So tell me, guides, Spirit, whoever's here watching over these beautiful souls here today, and closing out this reading, what do you have to say, please, guides? Thank you. Yep. Between worlds. You're heading in a new direction. For some of you, it's a rebirth. For some of you, it is a rebirth. It's a reconnection. It is a getting in contact with you. Okay? Taking that path that is yours and yours alone. Transitioning from the dead of winter to a new season in your life, and one that brings you to a place of self-respect, of love, of peace, of joy, of stability. And when you take those steps to do those things for yourself, the doors of opportunity open wide. Okay? They open wide for you. And it will give you the opportunity to move forward. We all have a past. But you know what? That's why it's called a past, because it is the past. We don't want to live in the past, guys. We want to live in the present and go so we can move forward. I always say this, it's about the journey. It's about the journey. It's learning, it's growing. If you, like I said, in regards to ending a relationship or a divorce or whatever happens, and you move out of the house, you move into a different place, whatever. It's not about, how do I say this? What was I trying to say, Spirit? Let me think. If you fast forward and you try to envision the outcome all the time, you miss everything in between. The experiences, the growth, the opportunities for forgiveness. So this message goes for me too. Don't be in a hurry for the outcome. Enjoy the ride. Ride the wave. Because wherever it brings you is where you're supposed to be. You go with the flow, you ride the wave, let it take you to shore. To connect with whatever is that needs to be in your life, okay? I'm going to end this reading. Let's just see if Archangel Michael has one more final thing to say, since he is sort of honored here today. Bam. There you go. Your divine creator is in charge. It's your soul destiny. It's your soul adventure. Your soul's journey. Yours. Let your divine creator help you to co-create this path where you're supposed to be. Okay? I'm going to, that's it for the reading, I believe. There's no more for today. And so, if any of this sounded harsh, I have to go with whatever I'm being guided to say, what I'm being shown. Sometimes it's not what we want to hear, it's what we need to hear. And or like I said, lessons, growth, learning along your path, along your journey. Right? There's something to be said for road trips. Seeing everything along the way, taking the scenic route. I don't know, I just needed to say that. So, I wish you all a very good week ahead, or days until I talk again or be with you again. And I want you to remember that we're all energy experience a human life experiences along the way, okay? Enjoy your day, and until we meet again, God bless you all.